Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Fire Emblem Three Houses. In the last episode we defeated Lord Leonardo, putting an end to his rebellion, and now we've been assigned security to the goddess to help her out during her next big holiday. But first, we've got some support conversations to go through. So first we've got Edelgard and Pyro. Oh, I think that triggers after a certain story thing. Okay, so Edelgard and Linhardt.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhardt who's been skipping lectures again.
I see. Well, congratulations, you've found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be?
I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
That's
Linhardt
it.
doesn't know how to read a room.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. You could use your crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries in magic theory.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only if you put it to good use.
I'm sure there must be some use.
Oh? Then please, tell me what potential uses you have in mind.
Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artistic creations, so I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of the world.
A lullaby?
He's not wrong.
I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning.
Sure, of course. Goodbye.
There's a brand of toothpaste in the United States called Crest, and for some reason when she said that he had Crest knowledge, I just kind of pictured that he was a dental assistant or something. My brain's kind of all over the place today. Alright, Edelgard and Bernadetta.
Bernadetta, why are you following me? You were following me quite conspicuously, so why attempt to hide now?
Please don't hurt me!
Calm yourself. I have no reason to harm you.
Forgive me, I beg you! I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear!
Bernadetta.
Yes, Lady Edelgard!
Please explain why you were following me and why you tried to hide.
Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me?
Please, speak like the human that you are. I already said no harm will come to you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Permit me to explain. Lady Edelgard, you are fearless. I look up to you as an example to follow.
And that explains it. How?
I decided to watch you from a distance, to learn from you, but your presence is, intimidating. I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Forgive me, I threw myself upon your mercy.
Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of.
What? You do?
You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought.
No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you?
The sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening. I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return.
The sea? I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise.
Again, my shortcomings delight you. Everyone has fears as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you?
I really did make you angry!
The children have some growing up to do. Okay, so as before, I'm going to wander around the monastery trying to get relationships fostered and that kind of thing. We're going to try to flip Ashe next, and I'm going to see if I can bring him in to assist us with this month's activities. Otherwise, I won't cut back in unless something really important happens, or until we get to the fight. After doing some work around the monastery, I've managed to get Hubert's support up one level with Pyro, so he wants to speak with me.
Hello, Professor. You seem to be in good health.
I don't like that creepy piano, and I don't like the way you said that. Do you need something, Hubert?
Indeed, I do. Doesn't seem intimidated.
Your face isn't intimidating. Which is usually my kind of insult, but actually in this case it's accurate. What's wrong, douchebag?
No, not at all. It's just that I find myself a little concerned for your well-being. You see, Lady Edelgard has taken something of an interest in you.
I don't think so.
She has. And it's beneath you to be so glib. There is something you need to understand about the role I play here. One of my many duties is to determine potential advantages and potential threats to Her Highness. If you prove yourself useful to Lady Edelgard, then all will be well. If you pose a threat, I shall have to dispose of you.
Dispose of me?
Yes, this is no joke. While I may be a student here, I am her servant first and foremost. Therefore, if an untimely demise is not to your liking, you would do well to demonstrate your utility with all haste. I should warn you that I am far less compromising than Lady Edelgard. Do not be at ease merely because you stand in her good graces for the time being.
I'm not worried.
Huh. Such confidence. I'm beginning to see why you caught her eye. My family, House Vestra, has been sworn to House Resvelg for generations. Since the dawn of the Empire, we have worked to protect the Emperor by any means necessary. Both in the open and in the shadows. If you incur our wrath, you will see just what I mean.
I highly respect Hubert, both for his outlook and his dedication to the task, but at least in this current state, he's not intimidating because Pyro would destroy him in one round. I mean, it helps that I'm hoarding all the items, but still.
I've got it.
Hey, perfect. So Felix now has his 3rd star for reason, which means he now excels at it. So the weakness is removed, and he's got black magic critical plus 10.
Power that I could use.
Now that you're OP, and also suddenly getting more experience points for doing the training, he's gonna be real happy with that for a while. Plus, this also gives me one more weapon on the front line. If Felix has to encounter a heavy armored unit, he has a way to destroy that unit and stay out of range. Good job, Felix. Class has finished and a lot of sucking up to Ashe has paid off. Looks like I'm getting my C support with him, and it brings us one step closer to flipping him.
Oh, shopping took longer than I thought. It's a good thing I had your help, Professor. Looks like we've got everything we came for. Time to head back to the monastery. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if the money that night gave us would be enough. We managed to scrape by, though. I'm glad those shopkeepers were willing to strike a few bargains.
Thanks to your bartering skills, I guess.
It's one of the few things I'm really good at. I've got a lot of experience living in the city. Money was tight for me too, at least until Lenato adopted me into his family.
Oh, that's
Come
why
to think of it, you were
Ashe is...
originally a mercenary, weren't you? I'm sure you've traveled all over Fodlan. That must have been a pretty different life from regular folks like me.
I'd mixed up who Lenato was related to, so probably it was a good thing we didn't have Ashe in our group for the last mission. He probably would have had some problems. Anyway, I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy. It's not so different, actually, living the same life as you or whatever.
You think so? But a mercenary's whole job is fighting, isn't it? Must be a pretty tough way to live.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
I believe you. I can imagine. Oh!
Ashe, you alright,
I
buddy?
had no idea they sold this book around here. I haven't seen this one for ages.
Hi, Anna. What's the book?
Lug and the Maiden of Wind. It's a well-known tale of chivalry in Fargus. Lug is the King of Lions. This book is full of his exciting adventures. I've loved this since I was a kid. It was what got me learning to read.
Give me that book!
Hey, creep. Don't touch the merch. What the? Somebody catch that thief. Cut him in half like my prices.
Okay, Anna. So, for those who don't know Fire Emblem, Anna's in basically every Fire Emblem game, and she is always the merchant. Although in this, because we have the DLC, she's on our side as a fighter. She has no supports, but at least she's another body that we've got, and I am currently training her to be an archer. It's alright, Anna, we got this.
Please, calm down, ma'am.
Don't call her ma'am.
You calm down, kid. If he gets away with that valuable merch, it'll be a huge loss for me.
Here, allow me to compensate you.
Are you sure about that, Ashe?
Huh? Are you serious, kid? I mean, no objections over here, but that sounds crazy.
Don't you worry. That thief will be paying me back just as soon as I catch him. Head on back to the monastery, Professor. I'll take care of everything here.
Well, that's pretty badass, Ashe. Okay, then.
Interested in the majestic king of grapplings, Iron Bod, yeah? If you want to watch, I'll be training later. Shirtless. You're welcome.
Tea times are weird in this game.
A real knockout, aren't I? Go ahead, look your fill. This is the face that drives the ladies wild. Smells pretty
That's why I
good.
don't use face cam for my Let's Plays. I don't want any women electrocuting themselves by kissing the monitors too sharply. Speaking of how tea parties are weird, I really don't like the way Flane is looking at me. Yeah, just keep drinking tea.
So soothing.
I'm only doing this to get supports up, by the way. Not to cause myself nightmares tonight. During the second free period of the month, I ran 3 battles to do some quests and gain some experience and money, which has translated into a bunch of supports. Hooray! So here is Pyro support with Balthus. I think it's the C support, right? It's probably
there
down
you
in the
are.
video time
Can we
bar.
talk? I need a favor, and you strike me as the charitable type.
Based on what? What do you want?
Touchy, touchy. I'll get right to it. I need some gold. Care to help a fellow out?
No.
Hard times all around then. Well, it was worth a shot. Guess that debt collector traveled all the way to Garreg Mach for nothing. If I were you, I'd feel bad about leaving the poor guy hanging like that, but it is what it is.
You'd better work hard to pay him back. With abs like that, he could just put on a show and he would probably get enough money to pay back anyone who needed cash from him.
No, it's a lose-lose. I owe the church, too. That means any work I do here, they take a cut. The only way to escape my financial burden is to get clear out of Fodlan.
Well, good luck.
Wow. Cold as ice. You know, I was just joking, yeah? We all have to decide where we belong and then fight for it. Can't let your wallet control your fate. If money was all I cared about, I never would have walked away from inheriting a baron's house.
First of all, well, never mind. You don't seem very noble to me, buddy.
I hear that a lot. Still, it's true. I was the head of a minor house in the east of the Alliance. I like to say I stepped aside for the good of the house. Has a nicer ring to it than saying I just wasn't cut out for the gig. Or that I lacked the right temperament. My distinguished little bro took my place. Fact is, he's a much better man for the job. Don't go feeling sorry for me now. I didn't mind one bit. Truth is, I'd have been miserable in that life. Having that title was nothing but fuss. Fuss is the worst. This way of life suits me much better. And you?
And me what? Yeah, what?
You showing up at Garrick Mach was a coincidence wrapped in happenstance. Your pops was a renowned mercenary leader. It can be safely assumed you'll follow in his footsteps. But don't you ever feel like that life was decided for you?
Knowing the game, I know the right answer for that, but I've never thought about it like that before, Balthus.
Better start pondering that one real quick, pal. Why keep breathing if your life isn't your own, yeah? Well, there's a decided lack of gold here, so I'll be off now. You think on what I said?
I can't. I was too busy staring at your abs and have no idea what you said. But you know, I'm glad you're motivated now. So, yeah, looking at the support icons, we're gonna be here a while again. So, hang on to your butts. Jeez. So, there might be another episode or two, but first one up is Hubert and Ferdinand's C support.
With this idea, I may be able to get the one up on Edelgard.
This again.
Hubert! I wish you would not sneak up on me like that.
Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind were less burdened by sedition.
Sedition? Absurd. This is an important project.
Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand. She is above you. A noble like you ought to know his place.
Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this or Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself? You follow her around like a pet. You spend all of your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings.
Your nonsense is tiresome, so I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son.
Yes, I understand that. But my duty is to guide her, to give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do, always. Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing? Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless. I'll take my leave.
I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here.
Somehow they're closer after all that. Damn, I love Hubert. And, I guess hashtag fuck Ferdinand. I mean, don't do that, but... Anyway, Hubert and Caspar's C support.
I'm not finished with you. I am Caspar!
What's going on, Hubert? You need something?
I watched you training earlier. Pitiful display.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
You yell before every move.
I know. I do it on purpose. It's how I get fired up. Is that a problem for you? You scared?
Stupid habit. If you value your life, you'll break it.
What are you talking about? It sounds like you might have a problem with me.
As a matter of fact, I do. If it was only your own idiotic life at stake, I wouldn't bother saying anything. But it's not. Your foolishness hurts everyone.
Ooh, you sure do love to hear yourself talk.
Suppose you were to shout on the battlefield as you did in your training today. It is very likely the enemy could anticipate your next move based on your insipid blather. And what if your allies are startled by your outburst and fumble with their weapons as a result? This is not to mention the obvious fact that you would utterly botch any covert operation.
You really think I'm that stupid? I only shout when it's completely necessary. I don't do it all the time.
Whatever habits you develop in training, you will reproduce on the battlefield. Combat is tense and frantic. You will default to your training whether you mean to or not.
Hey, why don't you just shut up about it? I can control myself.
Man, Hubert, you are just making friends all over the place, aren't you? Alright, Hubert with Bernadetta, their B support. We're getting somewhere with them.
Good morning! The weather is nice today. So, it's, really nice weather we're having, isn't it?
Indeed. Did you want something?
I'm really sorry.
I can't accept your apology until I know what it's for.
Oh, good point. I'm sorry I said you were terrifying.
Is that all? I'm used to that. No apology necessary.
But you've been avoiding me since then, right? You even stopped doing your deathly grin.
I'm merely trying not to frighten you. Is there something wrong with that?
It's not working. And yes, there is. You can't quit talking and laughing just to try to make me feel better. That's not really fair. I need to master my own fear.
Is that right?
Yes. Right. Why?
You told me not to forego laughing, so I laughed as hard as I could. Is it helping to conquer your fear?
Yes. I mean, someday it might. Maybe. I'm not ready!
Poor Bernadetta. And I love Hubert, though. Like, he's not being a dick. I mean, I don't think he is. I'm sure there's got to be some interpretation out there that thinks that Hubert's being a jerk to her. But he's actually trying to help her. She's one of the few people he doesn't mind because she's genuine. She's not a lunatic. He's just trying to help her out. Conversely, from not being a dick is Ferdinand, who has a C support with Linhardt and can't get up to an A. Ugh. Hate Ferdinand.
Just look at this place. It's so beautiful, I believe I should take a nap and enjoy it properly.
Linhardt, lost in thought, I see. Unacceptable. Are you not aware that a noble's duty is to be ever vigilant?
Rest increases alertness. Is there something I can do for you, Ferdinand?
Well, I was just passing by, and I thought I could give you a little advice. You always seem to be napping. Why not spend your free time doing something productive?
Easier said than done, Ferdinand. I'm afraid I suffer from a constitution that tires easily.
Some training will remedy that. Let us work on that today. I will train you myself. Arise, Linhardt. The righteous path of the noble lies before you.
You're always giving it your all, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Is there something wrong with that?
Of course not. In fact, I rather enjoy your demeanor. You go all out even when others wish you wouldn't. You work hard, inspire the admiration of others, and your dignity as a noble is beyond reproach.
I consider it my mission to serve as a guide and a model for other members of the nobility.
As capable as you are striking. Next to you, I am a mere infant.
Oh, you are far too kind. Although I do work hard each day to achieve all of which you speak.
You've mastered all the important noble skills. You drink tea, talk about how great you are, ride horses.
Indeed. I went for a ride earlier today.
Ferdinand, you're so
Is
dumb.
that so? You'll have to tell me about it sometime when I'm not walking away. Where are you going?
Ah, the
Must get some
sass.
Sleep, being the infant that I am. Farewell for now, Ferdinand. Oh, noble among nobles.
Noble among nobles? Seems a bit much. Did he say get some sleep? Hey, wait!
If I send Ferdinand out to the front and he is the only unit that dies permanently, nothing of value will be lost. Linhardt and Hapi have one? Oh, this is interesting. I've gotten, in my first file, basically all the supports with everyone in the Black Eagle's house, but obviously Hapi is new for me since she's DLC, so I'm curious how these two will react together.
Stupid rain. Go back to the stupid cloud you came from. I'm soaked. What a pain.
Happy? Yikes. You look like you just crawled out of a lake. Here, dry yourself off. And don't just stand there. You'll catch a cold. Come on. I'll make you some tea.
Oh, okay.
Huh. It's been ages since I had a nice cup of tea during a rainstorm. Pretty nice, eh?
I don't drink tea very often. It is nice. But what does the rain have to do with anything?
Doesn't rain make you want to read a book? Or rather, nap with a book on your lap. Though, I guess I'd like that no matter the weather. But then, if the book is too good, not only will I be unable to sleep, my tea would get cold. That makes brewing it a wasted effort. Ah, and that's why I don't drink tea when it rains.
Right. Thanks for clearing that up. And thanks for the cup of tea. Well, I'm pretty much dry now. Gotta say though, I'm kinda confused.
Huh? About what?
This just seems way out of character for you. You're so focused on yourself, you've barely ever spoken to me before now.
No, good point. The thing is, I'm not cut out for battle. If a fight breaks out, I'm only a liability. It's better for everyone if I keep my distance.
What does fighting have to do with... Oh, I get it. You think I'm gonna sigh. You're just like the others. But if that's true, why are you acting so different?
What do you mean? Use your words to make the things in your head make sense to the rest of us.
Fine. Here's what's in my head. I don't understand why you're being nice to me. Look around us. Nobody else will even risk coming near me.
They're probably afraid you'll sigh, since you looked pretty rough when we came in. Makes sense. Your sighs are disastrous. If I can prevent one with a nice, lazy cup of tea, it's the least I can do.
I see. You did it for your own sake. Well, whatever your reasons, I'm surprised that you'd even consider doing this. For me.
Surprised or not, it's no skin off my back. I'll keep doing what I do regardless of anyone's expectations. Think on that. I expected you to be a hazard, but you weren't. No harm, no foul, no need to sigh.
If only it were that simple.
I like Hapi. She's very nice. Alright, we've got time for one more, probably. Caspar and Petra's sea support.
All right, time for some more. Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar, do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I gave you credit for. I have been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It will be greatness.
All right. I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind. Sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all. Let's train.
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No, it's really nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire. I hear he has great skill.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know? My father killed yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about since.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra? Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
Their little support story is kind of nice. I guess we don't have quite as many as I thought we did. Bernadetta has one with Yuri, which means Mercedes has one with Constance, and that's it. So we don't have too many. Although if I go on another battle, or do any large amount of work around the school, we may have even more. But that's going to do it for this episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, if you're watching this live, well, if you're watching this from the playlist, you can probably skip the rest of this. If you're watching this live, the channel's going to go through... I say live. If you're watching this on release day, the channel's going to go through a little bit of a weird period for a while, so Fire Emblem may not be back for a hot minute. But stay subscribed, hit the bell, do the thing. There's like half of you who are watching this who aren't subscribed, which is silly. So hit the subscribe button. You'll know when we go back to Fire Emblem. It won't be very long. I want to finish this game. And so far, the metrics I use to determine whether the series is going well are looking in favor of Fire Emblem. So, yeah. Comment below if you want to see more Fire Emblem as well, because that helps the metrics too, and I'll know you want to see it, and I am more likely to return to it. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.